It's been over a decade now since I lost her, and yet some mornings I still reach out to the empty side of the bed, half asleep, forgetting that she's no longer there. It's a strange thing, grief. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just sits quietly beside you, like an old friend you never invited in, but who never really leaves. We were married for 41 years. That's 14,965 days, though I never counted them then. Back then, I was too busy living, too busy laughing with her over burnt toast and rainy mornings, too busy arguing about the thermostat or the way she always left her books open face down, too busy holding her hand at doctor appointments and whispering, "We'll be okay," when I wasn't sure we would be. When the cancer came, it didn't announce itself loudly. It crept in slowly, a shadow on an x-ray, a pause in her voice, a glance exchanged in silence. We tried everything: doctors, diets, hope. But it wasn't enough, and when she passed, the world didn't stop. The sun still rose, the neighbors still mowed their lawns, but inside me, everything went quiet. At first, I thought grief would be loud. I thought I'd wail, break things, collapse, but mostly it was quiet. A slow, aching emptiness that filled the corners of my days. I'd walk past the grocery store and think she would have wanted apples. I'd reach for 2 plates out of habit. I'd forget, and then remember, and forget again. Each time, it stung just the same. People told me it would get easier. That time heals all wounds. But healing isn't forgetting. It's remembering without falling apart. And that takes time. I spent the first year keeping busy, fixing things that didn't need fixing, rearranging furniture, volunteering, pretending I was okay, but at night, when the world went quiet, her absence was deafening. I started writing her letters. Not for her, really, for me. I wrote about my day, about the weather, about the silence. And somewhere in those letters, I began to hear my own voice again. Grief taught me that love doesn't end. It changes shape. It goes from laughter across the dinner table to whispers in the night wind, from shared glances to warm memories. I started to notice her in the little things: the way the sunlight hit the porch at 5 p.m., the sound of birds at dawn, the smell of cinnamon in the kitchen. One afternoon, I found an old voicemail from her, just her reminding me to buy milk. But I must have listened to it 100 times, not for the message, but for the sound of her voice, that tiny reminder that she was real and that we were real. And though she was gone, love had not disappeared. As the years passed, I stopped chasing closure and started seeking peace. I realized healing didn't mean moving on. It meant moving forward with her memory as my companion. I began to open up to others, to share stories not just of her death, but of her life, of the way she sang off key in the car, of how she always cried during commercials, of how she made every room feel like home. Grief softened me. It made me gentler, more patient. I learned to sit with sadness, to welcome tears like rain. I stopped rushing through pain and began to listen to what it had to teach me. And most of all, I learned that love, true love, leaves an imprint that time cannot erase. It lives on in the way we remember, in the kindness we show, in the strength we find to keep going when we feel we cannot. To anyone who's lost someone, your grief is valid. Your healing will not look like anyone else's. And it's okay if you're not over it. Some wounds become a part of who we are. But know this: even in the darkest nights, love lingers. Sometimes in a memory, sometimes in a smile, sometimes simply in the quiet knowing that you were lucky enough to love and be loved in return. Losing her broke me, but it also rebuilt me into someone more aware, more grateful, more alive. And though I still miss her every single day, I carry her with me, not in sadness, but in love. That's what losing my partner taught me.